the rarest Disney Cars diecast ever, you may be wondering? Well, it may not be flipped over, but he's definitely up there. Now, I used to think one of the rarest was Damage the King, but there's actually far more rarer cars than him out there. Of course, I think it's a no-brainer. Obviously, the Apple iCar from Cars 1, obviously the rarest car, only exclusive, or yeah, only ever released in the Motor Speedway at the South, I think 43 car gift pack, only 1,000 made, so obviously that's going to be the rarest one. But flipped over, not this version, but a version of flipped over, the Chinese made variant at least, is actually kind of close up there as to being one of the rarest Cars diecast ever made by Mattel. And the reasoning for that is because it was exclusive in 2017, right at the end of the year, still part of the Cars 3 mainline. I think it was possibly a Target exclusive pack, but I forget exactly. Anyways, there was a 4-pack, included 4 brand new cars. That never happens. And they're all next gens, and it included flipped over here, JD McPillar, Steve Slick LePage, and Barry DePedal. At the time, they were all brand new. Now, the couple years go by, and some of them are re-released. JD was re-released in 2021. Steve was re-released pretty sparingly, still pretty rare. I think 2018 or 19. I don't think it ever has a single though. I think just in an 11-pack. And then Barry was definitely the most common. He's been released quite a few times. 2020, 2019, I think, 2018, and 2022. But I still don't have him, so I'd like to get him soon and review him. But anyways, we finally have flipped over, re-released as a diecast. And I honestly didn't think it would ever happen because of how rare that 4-pack is. And if you're wondering the price range on it, it's up there, just about, I would say, $400 for a 4-pack of cars. And it was still produced quite a bit. It wasn't like it was exclusive, only like 1,000 made or something. It was produced quite a bit. But anyways, we finally obviously have brand new artwork for Flip. You can see it there, very nice looking, brand new. Obviously it was never really used before, because he was never released as a single before, so he never had a nice artwork here. But it's a pretty cool one. Exclusive to Flip. Now, I thought if Flip ever was re-released one day, he would definitely become a very extremely rare release. But clearly it's not that rare, because I managed to get not one, but 2. I got them both on Walmart.ca, only $6.97, which is, just the regular price here in Canada. Can't believe I was able to get 2. Even though this version of him isn't rare, because it is obviously a variant, it's not the exact same. Not only is it a Thailand-made variant, but it also has a new expression. Not a new mold, but a new eye expression. But the mouth is the same as the old one. I mean, that's pretty cool. Honestly, though, I would have rather them just kept it the same, because I don't have the original, and I expect I never will. So, for me, I would have preferred if they would have kept the original expression to make it a little more similar, especially because the paint is pretty much the exact same. Thailand didn't change much with this new variant. Of course, as seen in Cars 3, because he's the next gen, we have Paul Conrev, Barry DePedal, George Newland, who's another nice new re-release this year. Pretty rare next gen, but not as rare as Flip. Jackson Storm, Monster Peg Warmer, Murray Clutchburn, technically from Cars 1, so shouldn't be back here. The King, also, I guess he did appear in Cars 3, so I guess they get a pass on that one. And then Jambalaya Chimichanga. Once again, I don't think he deserves, or she deserves, any more re-releases ever, because way too overpopulated on the pigs. But, anyways, that's all I had to say about this packaging. Without any further ado, I've been waiting 5 years to open up Flipped Over, so let's open them up. But we're going to be opening up this one because it's on slightly worse card. So let's open them up right now. flipped over. Oh, I really never thought they would re-release them. I never thought I'd get them if they did. That is absolutely insane. I think the best. This is probably my favorite next gen for sure, without a doubt. I did actually do a whole list ranking the next gens, but I don't really think it was quite accurate because I always said Sheldon Shifter was up there with probably number 3, and then I ended up putting him as I think number 11, so it didn't really make sense. So I would say my favorite next gens are Flipped Over number 1, number 2 probably George Newin, number 3 Sheldon Shifter, but I don't know, that could change. But I mean, just an amazing release. Unfortunately, I don't have the stock car racer to compare him to because there's only actually 2 racers that have this sponsor, and of course this sponsor is Intersection. So what Intersection is, it's almost like a dating website for cars, which is quite odd to put in cars, but you know, that's why it has the heart on the front with the 2 cars, male car on the left, female on the right, I guess, and then all the such cool creative decals, I mean, with the roads winding through the number, I guess. Now Flip's number is actually 00, which is kind of odd. Never had a racer with that number before. With his paint, so cool. That's what I'm talking about. The paint, it's the exact same as the original Flipped Over. I was watching my dog back there, just fell off the big poof. But yeah, obviously his little secondary contingency sponsors, same as all the other next gens: the Piston Cup, Combustor, Carbon Cyber, and Synergy. This is actually the first next gen I've ever reviewed on the channel, so it's pretty monumental. Like I said, he has a brand new expression. Not a different mouth. The mouth is the same mold, but new eyes. Another thing that's kind of odd about Flipped Over is, well, most Highland cars, starting in 2021, I believe, were completely unibodies, all metal, so they didn't have window inserts like this guy does. And before that, they actually had plastic eye inserts, but Flip is a unibody in his eye, but he actually has plastic window inserts, so that's odd. Once 2021 came around, they actually made it a complete unibody, like I said, where the windows are actually made of metal, which I didn't really care for. I'm a fast Fong. But here, it's like they went in the happy medium. They made the windows plastic and the eyes made of metal. Which I think that's probably the best option. Interesting how they keep going back and forth, but I hope they keep it on this one because this is probably my favorite. But anyways, nice little grill there in the front, like 2 little grills. Nice little headlights. I just love that metallic pink mixed with the pure white. It's so cool. He doesn't really have a color on his rims. I guess they're like dark gray. They are painted. They're not just left black. On the back, the Intersection logo again. No slogans or nothing like that. Just the name. Just the logo. Of course, he has his rookie racing stripes back there, which all the next gens do. And the spoiler is completely white, which is pretty cool. Just what an amazing car. I can't believe he's finally gotten a re-release. We didn't know about it at the beginning of the year, but I don't know. I thought he'd get canceled or something. I really didn't think it would happen. Same with Damage the King. I never thought he'd get a re-release. I would say Flip's probably more rare than Damage the King, but still, Damage the King has always been one of my favorite cars. Now I think Flipped Over is too. So just to compare Flipped Over to some other cars, other next gens of the same model, here we have, of course, Danny Swerves, or Swerves, however you say it. The first one to use that model, back in 2017. I believe it's called the SP something. SP14 or something? I forget. But anyways, here we have Cam Spinner, triple dent. Here's Eric Breaker for Synergy. This one's actually an error. It doesn't have painted wheels on that one with tire there. That's pretty cool. I was so happy to find this. Back, this is the 2019 variant, I think, or 2018. Richie Guns It, like I showed earlier, for Gasprin. Paul Conrad, Bumper Save. Him, Cam, Chase Racelot, Bear to Pedal, and George Newman were all the other next gens released this year. And here's Will Rush for Vinyl Toupee, one of my favorites. I'd love to review him soon. What is that? Leaking paint. But yeah, I'd definitely like to review him soon. Very cool. Kind of rare too. But, anyways, there isn't much else for me to say about Flipped Over here. But I would definitely grab him if you see him in a store, because even though he's not rare right now, I could definitely see him becoming rare eventually. And here's the fast phone too. I'll show him again, because it's weird how blurry his eyes are. And that's a unibody too. They're both made from Thailand, but this looks way better, I think. They're still a little bit blurry though. Not blurry, just like, I don't know, the color's drained out of them a little bit. But something's wrong with my fast phone's expression. I never liked it. Here's JD McCullough too, by the way. Also a unibody released last year, but he's a different model, obviously. Toe cap number 4. Probably review him soon too. What a cool car. But yeah, so many other reviews I want to do coming soon, in the coming weeks, here on the Cars Garage. If you missed my review of Colin Borev, go check it out. Very cool van from Cars 2. Also going to be reviewing Mater with his 95 and 51 hat soon, just because. And I also finally got Road Trip Lightning McQueen from Cars on the Road. Anyways, that's going to be all. Thanks guys for watching. See you next time on the Cars Garage.